What if the Fatimid state had survived to this day? Marketing title: The Fatimids Remain. Egypt, the center of the Shiite Empire. Episode content: Would Egypt have become the most powerful state in the region? Relationship with Sunnis and sectarian strife impact on Saudi Arabia, Iran, and Lebanon. What would Al-Azhar have looked like? ChatGPT said. Very impressive. This is one of the most powerful, sensitive, and profound alternative history scenarios, touching on religion, politics, and identity. Here's an introductory script for the episode, with a coherent structure and suitable for posting on YouTube. With a marketing title: The Fatimids Remain. Would Egypt lead the Shiite world? Introduction. What if the Fatimid state had never fallen? Imagine that the Fatimid Caliphate had continued until today, with Egypt as the capital of a major Shiite empire. How would the map of the Middle East have changed? Would Egypt have become a competitor to Iran? And what would the relationship with Al-Azhar, Saudi Arabia, and the Sunni world have looked like? In this episode, we imagine together: the Fatimids remain. Egypt as the center of the Shiite Empire. Segment 1. Egypt. A regional Shiite power capital, Cairo. Not only political capital, but also a religious and intellectual capital for the Shiite world. Instead of Najaf and Qom, Cairo becomes a reference for the Ismaili sect. The Islamic world is experiencing a different sectarian balance. Iran has less religious influence. Saudi Arabia faces a direct competitor for spiritual leadership. Hezbollah is closer to Cairo than Tehran. Segment 2, Al-Azhar. But Fatimid. Al-Azhar was built during the Fatimid era and was a Shiite Ismaili center. If the state had survived, Al-Azhar today would have become like the Shiite Vatican. Fatwas, doctrines, and religious authorities issued from Cairo influence millions of Shiites around the world. Egypt may become a destination for Shiite religious pilgrimage, alongside Karbala. Regional relations. The balance in the Middle East is changing completely. Shiite alliances. Egypt, Lebanon, Arukuman. Continuing tension with Saudi Arabia, especially during the Hajj season and religious representation. Iran is not in the forefront, but rather competing with Cairo for leadership. The conflicts in Syria, Iraq, and Yemen are taking on completely different forms. Section 4. Economy and the modern state. The Fatimids, in their true era, built advanced financial and regulatory systems. If this mentality had continued, Egypt today would have been a centralized, economically powerful state. A strong currency, a modern Shiite zakat system, and extensive funding for science and art. Cairo might have rivaled Riyadh, Dubai, and Tehran in financial influence. Conclusion. Alternative history does not change the past, but it helps us understand how powers, beliefs, and identities are shaped. If the Fatimids had survived, the Arab world today would be completely different in its political and sectarian landscape. Would we have lived in stability or in a longer conflict?